welcome to another episode of Speaking into the Abyss, your favorite pod. I'm one of your hosts, Des, and that is your other host,
Jess.
Hello, Jess.
Hello, Des.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really fantabulous. How are you?
Fantabulous. I'm doing good. I'm a little sleepy right now. I woke from my slumber.
Yes. Took
It
a
was
little
like a
nap.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like a little hour nap, and then it turned into a couple hours.
Hey,
'Cause,
I feel like that happens
I
all
didn't
the
wake
time.
up. I set an alarm. Whenever I set an alarm for a nap, never hear it. Ever.
That's crazy. Yeah, if I did that, I'd probably never nap.
Yeah. But I love napping. It's worth it. The risk is worth it.
Me too, but like most of my naps are like maybe like a 10-minute on a break or something. So like it'd be bad if I wouldn't hear it or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, there's something about like in between, like when you're doing something already and you're like, oh, I can get in a quick nap right now.
Yeah.
And then like, because I feel like not like the anxiety, but like the knowledge that there's like a responsibility at the other end of this nap is like, I feel like that wakes me up before my alarm.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like either I'm not waking up at all or I wake up way before the alarm and then I'm like, I need a nap. Yeah.
I know. Sometimes when I'm like super tired and I nap before work and I'm like stressed out, like I feel like I'm like so late and it's been like 2 minutes and then I can't even like sleep because I keep waking up every few minutes.
Yeah, that's the
to
worst.
Make sure I'm not late.
Yeah. See, and then like that at that point you're like, damn it, you know? And then sometimes I feel like you do be falling asleep, but by the time like you open your eyes, you're like, wait, did I just fall asleep? Like you didn't even feel like you fell asleep, which sucks. But like, hey.
Or like by the time you finally fall asleep, then your alarm goes off.
The worst. I told you the other day I woke up at like 1 or 2 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
I had to get up at like minimum like 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
5:10. And I'm like, fuck, that's only like 4 or 3 hours from now, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, gotta go back to bed, close my eyes. Why did it feel like I would like had just woken up and did jumping jacks and like I could go run?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like let me go back to bed. What is happening? I was just like tossing and turning.
Yeah.
It was the worst. And then like by the time I was actually going to bed, like I woke up again and I was like, oh my god, I'm probably late. Like, you know, like I overslept. And then it was like, no, it's been like an hour. And I was like, dang. So not only do I like lose sleep trying to fall asleep, and then by the time I did again, I only took like an hour nap.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I slept. Then I only have a couple more hours before I gotta get up. It was the worst experience ever.
That sounds awful.
It was. Thank you.
I know. I've been trying to sleep all weekend and I haven't been able to. Like, I've just been like doing stuff and then like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I end up taking like a short nap and it just like charges me up for the whole fucking day. And then I'm like, what the heck is going on? One of my friends played a show out in Grass Valley on Saturday night. And Saturday night. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, Saturday night, and gave me a free ticket to go. So I was like, okay, I got off of work and I was like, okay, get some gas, get ready to go. And I was like, I should take a little nap. So I laid down because I hadn't slept well the 2 days before, and I was like, I'm really tired. Lay down, take like a 2-hour nap. I was going to take an hour, and I was like, if I wake up and I'm still tired, I'll just sleep a little more. I was like, I mainly just want to go catch my friend play anyways.
Yeah.
And so I slept like 2 hours, then I woke up and then called my dad and we were on the phone for a little bit. And then I like start getting ready, then drive out there. Really cool place to do a show. It was like a aerial place. They had like hoops and silks and whatever else, and I was like, oh, it was super cold, which I wasn't expecting. I was like not prepared for the cold. I was just like in my pashmina like, it's so cold. And that was fun. Interesting crowd. It was like I went by myself, and I do go to shows by myself all the time. Um Except, most of the time I will run into people I know.
Mm.
And I was like, I didn't run in. I ran into one person I knew. They just came up, gave me a hug, and then just dipped.
Right.
And then, so I was just chilling. And like, the environment was really nice. Like, they had vendors. And then they had like, you had to take your shoes off to go on the dance floor. Cause it was,
your shoes off?
Yeah, because it was just a padded mat.
Oh, yeah.
For to catch like the performers and stuff. But that's just always set up for the location.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And then they had like one long couch, a recliner, and then on the side of the stage, two other smaller couches. And I was like, oh, I guess it's pretty cool. Like, just like chill out, sit, watch, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd was very, like, the vibe felt really chill. Like, everyone seemed nice. But it seemed like everyone was just there in their friend group and no one wanted to make friends with everyone else. And I was like, so I just like didn't talk to anyone really except my friend. He was like, hey, you made it out safe. I was like, yeah. Had any trouble getting in? No, I'm good. And he's like, okay, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I was like, all right.
But I mean, yeah.
It was interesting. Like, cause I feel like it felt like sometimes when you go to a huge festival, like an Insomniac event, like go to EDC or Beyond Wonderland, where it's like this huge party and there's like thousands of people. And like usually when you go to those, like I feel like most of the people go with the idea of it's just me and my friends. If we meet some people, cool. But like it's mostly us gonna go party. And that's kind of what it felt like. But it was so small.
Yeah.
And I was like, but no one was talking to anyone besides their friend group. And I was like, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if like they just like they're not even like usually in that setting or something.
Yeah, I feel like it felt like their home base club or something because everyone was like, I feel like everyone had their spot, their setup. Like everyone was very comfortable.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. And, whatever, show's done. As soon as my friend's done playing, give him a hug, good show. And then he's like, I'm heading out. I was like, me too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I hadn't ate since like before work that day. So I was like, what's around here? The only thing that was open was Jack in the Box. And I was like, should I drive, the 2 hours home, 2-ish hours home, or get food and then drive? I was like, oh, I'll just go really quick. Mm-hmm. I swear there's just like 2 cars in front of me. It took so long.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I got my little chicken sandwich, ate it, then started to drive out. And then I was like, oh, I'm really tired. I was like, I should take a nap at the rest stop. So I took a little, like, I think it was a 15-ish minute nap. Went to the restroom, got ready, drove back. And then I swear the last 20 minutes were so hard to get through. I'm like, the windows are down. No. I'm singing. I'm fucking like, hey, stay in the game. You got this, Jess.
Lock the fucking.
I was like, lock in. And then I, make it here. And I was like, all right, we're in town. I was like, we passed the like little check area. And I was like, all right, that's almost home. You hit the casino, hit Boomtown. I was like, I'm right here.
Yeah, once you hit Boomtown, it's like, okay, it's right there.
I was like, I got this. And then
that's so funny.
Make it home, text my mom, hey, just got home. She's like, good, go get some sleep. I was like, yeah. Fucking get in the house wide awake. I could not fall asleep. It's like 7-ish in the morning and I'm like, dude, I was like, I need to try to take a sleep.
Take a sleep.
I took a sleep. Finally fell asleep. I woke up at like 12:30.
Okay.
And then I just been up since then. I called Jenny and we were on the phone for like a little over 3 hours and 15 minutes ish.
Yeah.
And we were just talking and then I was like finally getting kind of sleepy. I was like, oh, I'll just take a nap. And then like right when that happened, my sister calls me and she's like, Mom says food's ready, come over. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, And then I get to my mom's house and my mom's like, I'm going to take a nap. My sister, when I get there, she's like, I'm taking a nap. I'm so tired. And I was like, what? And I was like, no
That's
way.
so funny.
I was like, what the? And they're like, you took forever to get here. I literally was like, I got ready and then I had to feed everyone.
Yeah.
And then by the time I made it, it was like 30 minutes. And I was like, oh. And then my sister ended up waking up and then was like, oh, well, you woke me up, so now I can't go to bed. And I was like,
That's
okay.
So
And I was like, well, that's fair because I wanted a nap and I didn't get to either. But yeah. Went to my mom's, got my Easter basket from the bunny.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter if you celebrate.
I was telling you. But yeah, everyone listening.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. Thank
Happy
you.
Easter. No worries.
Thank you. Yeah.
No worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has risen.
Dude, why did I forget people post that? I was cracking up all day.
Yeah.
Not that it's funny, but I saw funny memes
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a cake and it was in a cross and it said, Jesus, where the hell you been, Loca? And I was
that's very funny.
That's funny. Yeah. So, and then came home and then waited for you and here we are. That was my little weekend dish.
You built this shelf?
Yeah, I did. I built a little shelf, a little guy. Little guy.
That's cool.
I know, when I opened the box and saw the size, I was like, dang, this is like just the right size, but in the picture it definitely looked, even in the like little preview where you can see it in your room, it looked a little bit more wider, and I was like, okay, sure. And I was like, do I build it or do I send it back? And I was like, I'm just gonna build it.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It worked out.
Nice. Yeah. It looks nice. Little shelf.
Yeah. What about you? How's your weekend going? Your work week and
it's been all right. Yeah, really not much to say about it. I just today I'm so tired. I don't know why, but I've been so CBEB.
Yeah.
Just been like watching The Righteous Gemstones whenever I can.
Nice.
That show's so funny. And the more like I watch it, the more I find it's funny. Me and my partner went to dinner to celebrate Easter, but like before today.
Yeah.
And when we got there, his family was like quoting that show, and they're like, have you guys seen that show? And we're like, oh my god, we literally just started it not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, his parents literally have finished it already.
Okay.
And his brother and his wife was like a little bit, I think they're a little bit ahead of us, but I was like, oh my god, how crazy that you guys have like also been watching this show, and like we just started. And then at work, I don't know what made me ask my boss, like, have you seen The Righteous Gemstones?
Yeah.
He literally started quoting it. And I was like, dang, like, it's a really poppin' show, dude. Like, people so it's like really the
superstar.
Yes, it's like the superstar of TV shows.
Nice.
But it's so good. And honestly, like, I really, really think it's like a really good show. Like, it has a great story along with being like really funny. Like the people who wrote it, Danny McBride and the woman who plays the sister in the show, forgive me for not knowing her name, but like, because her character is the funniest. Like, I think everyone who watches it can agree.
Okay.
That she says the funniest shit in the show. Yeah, and it's so crazy the way they like. It's interesting. I think everyone should go watch it. It's like so funny. Like the whole evangelical thing, and then like being so on the nose about like the selfishness of like those churches and like how they take and they earn so much money, don't have to pay taxes on anything. And then them like being a family who is that or represents that, and then calling other people out for their sins or their greed or whatever, and then they like have these crazy things, but then also the flashbacks and like this world building that is happening is like actually so amazing. And I can't believe that like it took me so long to even watch it because I didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
But then like when you finally start watching it, I feel like it's the same for everyone, because I feel like everyone I talked to who watched it was like, yeah, I don't know, like either I didn't know what it was before, and then like I don't know, something made me watch it, or just like um I had never heard of it, and then I started watching it, and it's like instantly like one of the funniest shows these people have ever watched, which I agree is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, period. Yeah. It's very funny.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's just kind of what I've been doing. I finished that game, South of Midnight.
Oh, nice.
It was good. It was very good.
Were you happy with the ending?
Yeah, I guess. It was like it's satisfying in the fact that like goal accomplished, like you get your mom back. But I was telling my partner that I just feel like because like throughout it, right, you're fighting these like different like sort of boss battles, right? I fought Two-Toe Tom, boss battle. I fought like what else? It's like at the end of each story arc, you get chased by like some fog, and it's like a kind of like a quick time event, kind of, but like you're not kind of, I don't know. Well, I was saying this I don't mean to jump around, but it's like I feel like also the play style, I feel like it played like the original God of Wars, where it's like a lot of like it's chain like combo fighting, if that makes sense, and you chain it all. If you played Batman games, like it's like that. It's like the fight styles like that, so that can be kind of repetitive at times. I didn't find every single thing, and that's kind of frustrating too. So I don't know if I'm gonna go back and play and try and get everything. But at the end of it, when you fight the main thing, like the main guy or the main boss or whatever, it just felt like a normal, if not like easier fight than the other ones. And I was just kind of like, oh, like I don't know, I expected more. Yeah. And so because it was so easy, I was like when it was over, I thought there was gonna be more. Like I thought he was gonna come back or something and be like, "Oh, I'm not even dead," and then it'd be harder or something.
But it
wasn't. It was over, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." I mean, like, but good story, A+ story. It looks awesome, and like it flowed nicely. I didn't really have any issues with it, so good game overall. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to read this like book. I'm doing bad at it, and started a different book, not for like the full thing, because it's like a bunch of different stories about like true crime stuff, but this one story that somebody told me I had to read, so I'm like starting that one, and like I'm in it, but with me being so tired, I haven't been able to finish it, so hopefully I can finish that tomorrow.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
On Friday I went to hang out with Jenny, and we watched old movie Host 2020. Have you seen it?
I feel like I have seen this.
The one where it's like on a video call and they do a seance.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they basically do a seance over what is it? The fucking
like Skype.
The other one for that everyone uses for meetings.
Google Meetings, Teams. But not Skype.
Not Skype. Fucking everyone uses it, like especially during lockdown and stuff. Fucking
Zoom.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, okay. I never used it, so yeah, I couldn't fucking But yeah, it's like a Zoom video call, and it's like I want to say 5. There's like 6 friends, but one of them drops out like in the beginning and then comes back at the end or something. But
they get possessed over the camera or what?
No.
Oh.
And they have like the seance lady, they add her, and like she's the one who kind of does it, and then like she drops out, and I don't know if you want to watch it. I gave it like a 2-star. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was okay, but then the ending was just so like.
Yeah, sure.
Literally, I just shrugged, guys. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Seance films aren't my favorite. I tend to be disappointed by them.
I feel like I haven't seen too many, so.
I feel like most movies that have like a Ouija board in them.
Okay.
Those kind of count as seance movies.
I feel like, I don't know, in Ouija board movies, I feel like it's like this 1 second of them using it, or like, whatever, few minutes, and then the whole story's like, oh, this thing's chasing us, or whatever.
Because of the thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so saw that, and then I also watched the new episode of why is my mind so blank right now? Probably the lack of sleep, honestly. Fucking that show, Dope Thief.
Oh yeah,
so good.
Nice.
It's oh my god, what a great show.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait. I was like, they're leaving it on such good cliffhangers the last few episodes too.
Oh nice.
And I was like, yeah, so I'll probably read the book too.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually got in, I haven't been able to read, and I actually got in like 3 chapters of what book am I reading right now? I don't even remember the name. Whatever 4th or 5th book in the Throne of Glass series that I'm reading.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I was excited, and I was like, geez, finally. I was like, I need to try to make some more reading time.
Yeah, me too. I like moved this little table next to my chair in the living room so that I could sit there and read.
Yeah.
And I put my little book there. It's like, looks good. Then never sat there and read. So yeah, I definitely have to find more time for that. Well, now that I beat that game and
yeah, your time has freed back up.
Yeah, my farm game's over, so it's just like, yeah, I guess I could read.
Yeah.
I want to draw more. I started with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 7 being announced animated. I started drawing some JoJo stuff, but I didn't charge my Apple Pencil, so then I had to stop, and then I was like, tired. So yeah, I don't know, kind of slacking in all my areas that I want to not be slacking in, but
that's
it
okay.
Sucks when you're tired.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just like rest.
Yeah,
rest it up.
Rest.
I put this, you remember that little blue head I had sitting out there, the little like Buddha head?
Yeah.
Well, my sister's dog, I don't know if it's a cat, I don't know what, but she like tries to dig little holes, so I fill them in all the time. And then there's one that's like pretty big, but there's like a big root there, so she can't really like, they can't go anywhere. And I was like, I feel like I've covered it so many times and they just keep digging. So I was like, and I know it's her because then I see her in the camera in the backyard, and you just see her go out there, and then you just see dust going everywhere. And I'm like, so oh funny. My gosh. So I took the little head, I put it in the ground, and I threw some dirt over there. And then I collect rocks. Like if I go like to the lake or something and I find like a nice rock, I just like bring them, and I just had them inside, and I would just put them like on my dresser or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll just, I threw them in the backyard like a few weeks ago, just like when I would find them. I was like, at least I'll just throw them in the yard. So I did like, I was like, I went around and I found them all, and I picked them up, and I just like did a little rock layer around the little head. Yeah, I was like, maybe I should do a little like setup back here. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be cool.
And that's why my sister, actually, she went to Savers, and she texted me, and she's like, do you want this? And she sent me a picture of it. She's like, for your backyard? I was like, I do.
That is so
cute. I'm going to put her.
It's a stone?
It's a freaking piggy bank.
So cute.
It's really cute. So I just want to figure out how to cover this little hole. I don't know. I was thinking about filling it, but then I was like, what if I want to use it later? But I also don't want there to be like water and bugs or
use clay or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Clay. Or I don't know. But now if you want to use it again.
Yeah, but then I was like,
it's so cute.
It is.
It's literally so cute.
I know.
It's like a stitch.
It gives me like Lulu eyes.
Oh, yeah. So cute. It's like a little stuffed animal looking piggy bank.
Yeah.
With like butterflies on it. It's an elephant.
Flowers.
Big old ears.
Flowers on this side.
Yeah, that's so cute.
I know. Yeah.
You have to post a picture of it.
I will. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I was like gonna put her out there, but I was like, maybe I won't. Maybe she's too cute. Maybe
She's so cute.
Use it as my. I have an owl right now as my piggy bank. Maybe I'll stick the owl out there instead.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. You got money in that piggy bank? You just like stick it outside. That'd be so funny. You're like, eh.
I do have a ton of money in it.
Yeah, all hundreds rolled up in there.
Yep.
I saw a video of a girl cracking open all her piggy banks.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, in movies and cartoons and stuff, they always show them, like, smash them.
Yeah.
And break them open. And I always thought, like, why would they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get that. And, like, I still kind of don't. But when she was like, because I was like, you know, some of them have the hole at the bottom,
and some
and
don't.
you can like really hurt yourself trying to get it out, but you still try anyway because you don't want to break your stuff. And then some don't, and a lot of them don't.
Yeah,
a lot of them don't. And so she had like all these piggy banks, and they were filled to the brim. I was like, dang, even if she did have a hole, probably be impossible to get
anything out. Yeah.
So she like smashed them open, and I was like, oh my god, like. And she had like crack them multiple times. There's just like all this money in it. And I was like,
must be nice.
Yeah, I was like, low key, like. And why were the comments like old people being like, either like it's split? It was like either that's crazy, I would never let my daughter like smash open her piggy banks, or like I would never like. She needs to be responsible with the money and like It's like, dude, she saved the money. Like, what do you care what she's doing?
It's literally her money.
It's crazy. And then other people being like, let kids like save and do whatever the fuck they want with their money. But yeah, it just like kind of made me think, like, I've had piggy banks in the past. I had a giant crayon one.
Nice. I feel like
that was very, very in the time.
Yeah, those were a hit. I remember.
Yeah, definitely had one of those. I think I had a Bratz one that had a little bottom that you could take out. So, but I haven't had one in a long time. I think maybe I should get one. Start saving my stuff in there, like little coins or like little loose dollars.
Mine are just coins, and then I just go take them to the. At the credit union, I have an account. They have the little coin machine, and then you just have to be a member to use it.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yep. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So since it's Easter as we record this.
Yes.
And it's funny because you asked me, like, are you doing anything? And I was like, no, we never really celebrated Easter like that.
Yeah.
I've always kind of, like, known, obviously, what it is because, like, my grandma went to church and stuff.
Yeah.
But for those of you listening who maybe don't know some stuff about Easter, I wanted to share a couple little factoids.
Yes.
Apparently, according to Google, Easter is the most important day for Christians.
Oh.
It says it commemorates the resurrection of Jesus Christ, a central tenet of the Christian faith, obviously. Yeah. But did you know that the Easter Bunny originates from Germany?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, it says that it emerged in Germany where hares were associated with the pagan goddess of spring and fertility.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember it being something pagan, of course.
Of course, right? Easter eggs are a symbol of new life. It dates back to medieval times and is linked to spring and rebirth.
Awesome.
And there's Easter lilies, which are typically used in church decorations and are associated with the resurrection.
Wow, that's very cool.
Which is where the "He is risen" has come from when you heard us say that earlier.
When I got into my mom's house, my brother opened the door for me and I was like, "Merry Christmas!"
That's so funny.
And then my brother's like, "What?" And I was like, "Jesus' birthday." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, Again,
yeah.
I was like, because he came back. And then I can't remember, one of my sisters was, I think my little sister was like, "What? That's not true." And I was like, literally it is.
Hey,
she's a child, so
if you get murdered and you come back, then it's like, I think you deserve another birthday.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I had this thought. It fell out of my head.
Out of my head.
Oh, in breaking news. I just saw this thing, and Pope Francis passed away today, right now, as of recording. It's Monday.
At 88 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder.
Is that a long life?
I feel like no, but maybe, I mean, how long was he Pope for? Because I feel like the stress of being a Pope definitely takes a lot out of your life.
I feel like the road to being a Pope is like life. Like, I feel like you're in that. You're doing like, it right, deep.
You devote it. Yeah. That has to take a toll on your body.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you exercising demons, healing the
people. They exercise people?
I don't know. I feel like if anyone could, it'd be him.
He's the only one allowed to. It says that he did it. He's the head of the Roman Catholic Church for approximately 12 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Dang. Dying on the resurrection of Christ.
That's kind of weird.
Wait, what? Catholics believe in that? I mean, well, okay. Yeah. They celebrate Easter then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's interesting. Did Jehovah's Witness?
No, Jehovah's Witness celebrate nothing.
Except for their anniversaries.
The one I knew that I used to work with, nothing. No birthdays,
not birthdays.
Anniversaries, nothing.
But they're allowed, there's in there, well, I guess I can't speak for all of them. But I know that, like, at least most of them have this, like, the reason why they don't obviously celebrate everything else is because you're supposed to be devoted to God and, like, Jesus Christ. So you shouldn't be celebrating anything or material things. But when you get married, you're allowed to celebrate your anniversary because that's part of the, rules they made up for this.
Part of their qualifications.
Yeah, to be one.
They do not celebrate Christmas, Easter, or birthday since they view them as pagan customs. The only Jehovah's Witness holidays that can be considered is the memorial of Christ's death, celebrated during the Jewish Passover.
Oh, that just passed. Huh? That was when I went to go see Rick. It was on Passover.
Oh,
I think.
Huh. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about anniversaries, but yeah.
I guess, again, according to Google, Jehovah's Witnesses apparently decide, obviously personally, if they want to celebrate anniversaries for their wedding, because the Bible doesn't specifically offer guidance on whether that's okay or not. And so since there's no absolute about it, they just can decide on their own. And also because, and they're more likely to, or, consider it, I guess, as a thing they can celebrate, because unlike those other things, it's not tied to any paganism. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like with any other religion or thing. It's like up to you, the person devoting yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was going to say, have you been listening to like anything that you want to recommend? I was like thinking sometimes I feel like, you'll just post on your story. And then sometimes I'm like, do people like actually click and listen to what I'm sharing, or like do they just let it pass on?
You mean like they click it and it starts auto playing?
No, but you know how like you could just share to your story and like it doesn't necessarily always have a sound attached. So I'm like wondering, do people listen to what I'm sharing or not? Because I was just gonna say,
I'm always sharing music on there.
I know. I was gonna say maybe we should share on the podcast like something to listen to this week to check out, see if they vibe.
Okay.
Vibe with it.
What do you got?
I've actually been playing the freaking Night Rooms, New Rooms EP like repeatedly. So my favorite songs are Chaos Wave and Half a Day in Bed Just Thinking of You. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to lately. What about you? You got any album,
songs,
rec, song?
Oh, well, quick side note. I was listening to a different podcast, and they were talking about favorite songs or like albums, and he was like, "What's your favorite like albums of all time?" And the first thing the guy said was Third Eye Blind's self-titled album, and I literally love that album. I think it's unskippable. And
what is it? Say it again. Sorry.
Third Eye Blind's
Okay.
self-titled album, Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
It's unskippable. Like every single song on there is like
okay,
a
I've
banger.
Never heard. I'm trying to think. I don't even know like what one Third Eye Blind song I know.
Jumper. I feel like everyone knows that song.
Huh.
Play a snippet. I'm sure we won't get sued.
Okay.
Or taken down, because I was told once that you could just play a couple seconds. It's okay.
Okay. Well, okay, on the rewatcher, they play like a good amount of like the TV show and like some of the episodes sometimes,
I feel
like to
like
quote
music's
them.
different.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's so good. Jumper is like a good song too. The first time I heard it was in that Jim Carrey movie.
Here, let's
well, I'm
see.
sure I heard it before that, but
Never heard this.
really, it's like in movies and stuff.
Yeah, I have not.
That's like
heard
the one that everyone knows if they do know it. But
it.
that whole album,
Maybe
so
I
good.
don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to know any of the other ones if you didn't know that one, honestly.
I thought I knew one. Maybe I'm thinking of another band. I don't know.
They have this one song called Slow Motion off of this Blue album that they have.
Yeah.
But whenever you look at the album or find the album physically, it's never on there. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the content within the song or something.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's like, that song's also really good, but it's very that time and like kind of grungy, whatever. But that album's really good. But for now, like the songs that I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of 2000s girly pop.
Okay, the best.
Yes, I've been listening to so much Britney Spears.
Okay.
And like I'm loving it. That one song by Kylie, what's her name? Kylie Minogue? How do you say her name?
I don't know. I don't
It's
know who
like,
that is.
Can't get you out of my head. No? You don't know that song?
I feel like maybe if I heard it.
Maybe I'll play it. I don't. She's Australian. Did you know that?
Okay. No, I've never heard of the name. That's why I was like, definitely don't know the artist, but may know the song if it was a popular one. Oh, okay, I know the song. I know the song. Yeah,
of course. It's the song. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of that. When I shared it on my story the other day, I feel like if anything, that song, I would say people should listen to if they haven't listened to it in a while.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
Nice,
love it.
Nice. I was looking at my old. I was trying to find a picture of my cousin. It's her birthday today, and I was like, "Oh, I'll post a picture of us." But we haven't hung out that much. Like, I think like we kind of like split up after like high school or like middle school, going into high school. We went to different schools and just like didn't have time for each other. But so I was like looking through the archives in my Dropbox. And then, like, I saw, like, a video clip of, like, some party I was having here. Girls' night.
Hey.
Glow pasties on.
Oh, nice.
Like, and, what freaking Rihanna song was on?
Oh, man, Rihanna.
Oh, my gosh, I'm blanking out on what it was right now. And I was like, what a banger. Like,
yeah, dude. She has so many good songs. It's sickening. It's sickening. These girls in the 2000s were killing it. Dude, killing it. What's her name? With Timbaland?
Sierra? No,
I like Sierra though a lot. I love Sierra. No, fucking
Nelly?
No.
No.
God, what is the song? Promiscuous?
Nelly Furtado.
Oh yeah, Nelly Furtado. I don't know why when you said Nelly, I was
you're thinking about Nelly. Yeah,
I was like thinking of Nelly.
Sorry, I meant Nelly F.
Yeah, sorry, Nelly F. Yeah, dude, Nelly Furtado for sure.
Okay, I saw it. Also, I saw a TikTok and it was a clip of Pitbull's "Go Girl," and I was like, also, what a banger.
Oh yeah,
you know which one that one is?
Yeah, but I was gonna say I recently listened to that playlist, like a 2000 playlist.
I think I had that one saved too.
Yeah, and there was a Flo Rida song on there that I actually didn't know.
Oh,
but it's good. I think it's
what is
good.
it?
is it called? I'll have to pull it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Because it's like, I was like, oh, okay. It's called like 1, 2, 3, 4 or no, or something like that, I think.
Okay.
But it's really good.
Nice. Yeah.
Also, like, Pussycat Dolls.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
yeah.
my god. I miss
Don't
stuff like
ya
that.
Buttons. Oh
Buttons.
my gosh.
Literally.
So good.
Don't you? It's crazy.
I know. I was listening to a lot of Fergie the other day too, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Turn Around.
Turn Around. I don't think I've heard that. I have heard that song. Yeah, I love so that song.
It is so good. When I came on, I was like, oh, because I was like in the drive-thru somewhere, and so I lowered my volume when a different song was playing. By the time I was leaving, I turned it up, and it was this song, and I was like, what is this song? And I was gonna skip it, but then it like got to the chorus or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this song's so good. What is this?
Nice. I love that.
That's crazy. That so much. You know what? One day we should play a game where we do like 2000s musics, and we'll play like a quick snippet and see if the other person can guess what it is.
That could be when we do, and then we could do like finish the lyrics also.
Ooh, finish the lyrics would be so much harder, but definitely would be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dude, Fergie, the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Don't get me started.
Don't get her started.
Don't get me started. Sean Kingston.
Oh my god. Dude.
Him and Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. They got Usher, of course.
What's that other guy's name?
Sean Paul.
No, not Shawnee. Freaking the guy that sings Down.
Are you down? That one?
Yeah, he has a lot of bangers. See, I'm forgetting his name though. Jay Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has a few good songs. Also, Jason Derulo, Trey Songz.
Oh my god, dude. Trey Songz, when I was like younger, had such a like chokehold on me. That one song, was it like Heart Attack or whatever? Do you know that one?
Which one's that one?
Oh god, I have to play it because I'm not gonna sing it. But
okay. The Chokehold Birthday Sex by Jeremiah.
Oh my god. Anyway,
it's your birthday, so I know you gon'
run. So good. Anyway,
okay, I know this song.
Dude,
yeah,
I would listen to this shit on repeat.
Yes,
that song is so good.
Nice.
Yeah, but right now it's just mostly girlies.
Okay, some throwbacks. Yeah, listen to 2000s pop.
Yeah. It's like it hits so
They're
good.
killing it. And like I feel like I wish that I don't think they're on Spotify or like Apple, but like the Now This Is What I Call Music.
Oh my god.
Those like 1 through 18, 1 through 20, those smack. Bro. Those smack so hard.
So good.
Those are so good. Okay, well that was our music Rex. Show Rex, if you guys forgot. Dope Thief on Apple TV and
like The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, on Max, right?
Yeah, on Max.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, have it queued up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to go home and maybe watch an episode if I don't crash.
Nice.
It's so good.
Good.
Do you want to like do gratefulness?
Yeah, of course.
It's been a second. Been a little sec.
Yeah. You know, I just been really grateful for this one lead at work. They're so awesome, and you know, they give me a reason not to like leave work, you know, show up every day, give it my all, break my wrist.
I love a good support system in upper leadership.
Yeah, we had a supervisor change, and we had a middleman in between, and I feel like that was a really high time at work. Like, just the vibes were right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got the actual new guy, which he's awesome.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Seems like a nice guy.
But I was like, just that feeling a few weeks ago when it was the other guy, on top of the world.
Yeah.
Now I got one of two. So, but you know, makes the work environment not as terrible. The new guy is also awesome, but you know, new rapport going on.
Yeah,
but it's been great. It's you know, no complaints So
that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. And besides that, happy to have had today off and been able to hang out with my family. And
yeah,
I know, always love holidays when you could just hang out with your family and eat good food.
Love good food.
Yes. You?
As always, grateful for my little family, my little babies. I'm grateful for my family and my friends. I'm grateful that I have a job and a car that can get me to and from. Yeah, it's nice to be able to afford food and afford my dog's food and their insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I have been seeing a bunch of TikToks and reels, and it's I hate that it's I've seen so many of them, but it's you'll be doing so great, and then life hits really hard, and then you're doing the worst, and right when you're at your lowest is when your dog runs out of food or your cat runs out of food, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I was it
always, because it always feels okay, and then there's that. It always adds on to it. There's always going to be an addition when it's you're down bad, but it's all right,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm grateful for my time that I have to sleep or to read or not read or whatever.
Yeah, do whatever
I want.
Freak you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grateful for the sun.
Yes. Yeah. I know it's getting warm. I know it was so hot at the salon the other day, and I was like, why? I'm like, why is the heater on? What is going on?
Oh my God, real quick.
Yeah.
There's these bears in Tahoe and stuff that have been
actual bears. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, actual bears.
Okay.
Not gay men. Is that what you thought?
I was thinking Build-A-Bear.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No. There's these actual bears in Tahoe who have been the mother in there is having babies and or taking their babies to under people's houses. Okay. But now it's getting warmer and the babies are growing up, so they're finally leaving the houses. But they put trail cams inside these burrows just to keep an eye on them or whatever, not to interrupt them or anything. And so I've been getting live updates of them, and the last video was them leaving, and I was it's kind of bittersweet. It was so definitely cool to watch that little baby bear, but now it's he's gonna grow up and do his own thing, be a little bear.
Yeah, how cute. Cute.
Yep.
I one little complaint.
Oh, what? You don't like bears?
No, just not kidding. Bear related. So this old coworker that used to work at a job we used to work at, and been friends on Facebook with them, and literally have had no interaction with this person. They're cool. Obviously, I like them enough to accept their friend request, right?
Right.
December 2024, random message asking something personal. Didn't open it.
Okay.
Didn't reply because it was literally just the question. And I was no other message history, no and I think it was kind of annoying that it was just this. It wasn't even a regular question. It was so specific and random. And I was like, no, I'm just not going to write back.
Sure.
Literally messages me again.
The same question.
Saturday. Yeah.
No fucking way.
Hey, blank, blank, blank. Again. And I'm worded slightly different.
Yeah.
Didn't open it. I wake up from my nap, and on my profile picture restates the question. And I was like,
wait, commented on your
my profile picture the question.
How old is this person?
Old.
Okay.
Old.
Okay.
And I was deleted the comment, blocked the person. And then my friend was like, why didn't you write back and ask why? And I'm because
it's not, what the fuck?
I'm it doesn't matter. And I'm and how rude to think that we have no relationship, we have no rapport, and then you're just gonna be ask this personal thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just blocked him. And I was how weird. And I don't know.
To go to that length, like obviously you didn't answer the first time.
Didn't answer
why
the
would you
second
ask?
time.
Why would you answer
Yeah.
the second time? But let alone why would you answer the third time on
Yeah.
on public forum?
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
That's crazy.
Yeah, so just blocked. Didn't feel like a loss. Felt
grateful,
like a
yeah. I was gonna say
felt
grateful
like
for the block button.
That's the first person I've ever blocked, guys.
My block list is so long. I don't remember why half of the people are on there, but I'm like, I must have a good reason.
In case I forget, I'll have this episode to reminisce.
Heck yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but if you guys didn't know, reminisce was the word of the day last episode, and with that, it's a good segue.
Segue,
which is actually segue.
If you guys thank you, Jess. Yeah.
If you guys didn't know,
it's not written down, so they didn't know.
You know what's so funny? I told someone like, they're like, "Oh, you have a podcast? Yeah. What's it called? Speaking into the Abyss." And they were like, "Oh, that must be like a girl thing." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Who uses abyss? That's like a mature girl thing." And I'm like,
the word abyss?
Yeah. I was like,
interesting
take.
Also, like, interesting to gender it.
Yeah.
Like knowing a word is crazy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But okay, what's the word? Hit us.
Bodacious.
Bodacious.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's a good word.
Yes. It's used as an informal synonym of remarkable and noteworthy, as well as sexy and voluptuous.
Mm-hmm.
In some dialects of the southern and midland U.S., bodacious is used by its oldest meaning, outright unmistakable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outright and unmistakable. Bodacious.
Bodacious. And I'll tab over to our slang.
Bodacious reminds me of like the 90s.
The 90s?
Yeah, I don't know.
The last time I heard bodacious, this person at a place was like, "Oh, watch out for my bodacious booty." And I was like,
okay. I usually hear it referred to for butts. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I cracked up. I was like, that's hilarious. I was like, I love that. But
that's hilarious.
Our slang, number 1, parasocial interaction.
I was just talking about that.
Were you?
Yes, because when I saw Rick and I was so excited.
Yes.
And I was like, I try so hard not to have parasocial relationships with these like online people.
Yes.
Because like obviously they have no idea about me. And like I just like them so much because obviously they're letting me in. But like there's not a two-way thing. So I try so hard. But when it came to Rick, I was so starstruck. I was
yeah. And it is an interaction that leads an audience to feel personally close to someone famous.
There you go. That's like why Taylor Swift's like audience, like people joke or like say like they're cult like because they typically have like this really crazy parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Where they feel so close to her because they've watched her through all this time and all these years and all these songs and eras.
And know
stuff.
like so much about it.
Yeah, but it's like they fail to realize that she has no idea who you are.
Yes.
But yeah.
And number 2, we have Sunday Scaries.
Oh, what's that?
Anxiety felt when the weekend is almost over.
Oh, Sunday Scaries.
Real. And number 3, we have FAFO, which, you know, we remember from last week.
That's right. Fuck around, find out.
I was going to say, if you didn't know, tune into last week and find out.
Well, there you go.
I was going to say FAFO.
FAFO.
In number 4, we have 11s. And then in number 5, we have Reply Guy.
Okay, Reply Guy's up there still, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well. Nice. Those are some good words.
Yeah.
Have a bodacious week, everybody.
Yes.
Have a bodacious day, evening, and night.
Bye.